Hey guys, I'm going to do the quiz review by sections. That way you only need to watch the section that you need help with, and if it's all of them, then you can watch all of them, but at least you won't have to fast forward through. So this is 7.6 to 7.8. Section 1 is writing an equation in factored form for a polynomial function with real coefficients and then for A, we have x-intercepts at 0, -5, 4, and -1, and we're going through the point 1, 216. So since we know we have 4 x-intercepts, we can write the factored form of the equation with 4 parentheses. So y equals a times x minus 0, x plus 5, x minus 4, and x plus 1. And then we can use our point to substitute. So we'll put in 1 as x and 2 as y, or sorry, 216 as y. So we'll have 216 equals a times, whoops, I was going to put an x, no x, we're putting a 1. 1 minus 0, 1 plus 5, 1 minus 4, and 1 plus 1. So we'll go through and simplify everything. So I have 216 equals a times 1 times 6 times -3 times 2. When I multiply all those together, I get 36. So I have 216 equals a times -36. Divide both sides by -36. To find out that a is equal to -6. So I'm going to take that answer and put it into my original equation to get my final answer. So let me erase what I got going on up here. So that was the original problem. So my final answer, what you would have to write to get full credit, is going to be y equals -6 times, I'm going to drop the -0 because it's just x. So I'm just going to put x, and then x plus 5, x minus 4, and x plus 1. And this would be your final answer for section 1, letter A. Okay? So remember, once you find out what your scale factor is, you have to put that into the equation and rewrite the equation. You can't just stop here. This is not an answer down here. A equals -6. It's not an answer. Okay? B and C are done the same way. We just have some different numbers. So B says x-intercepts are 3, 5, and 4, which is a double. And we have a y-intercept instead of a point, which is pretty much the same thing, 480. So that point is actually 0, 480. So we start by setting up our equation. Y equals a times x minus 3, x minus 5, and a double at x equals 4. So x minus 4, and then we square that because that's a double root. Using our point of 0 and 480, 0 is x, 480 is y. So 480 equals a times 0 minus 3, 0 minus 5, and 0 minus 4 squared. Simplifying, we get 480 equals a times -3 times -5 and times -4 squared. -4 squared is 16. So I have -15, because that's 3 times 5, or sorry, +15, -3 and -5, times +16 is 240. So I have 480 equals a times 240, divide both sides by 240, and we find out that a equals 2. So again, we're not done when we find a. We have to write our final answer. So the final answer for section 1, part B, is y equals 2 times x minus 3 times x minus 5 times x minus 4 squared. Because that's a double root, you have to put in the squared. And there's our final answer for B. Okay, last one for C. X-intercepts, -2, +2, -5. Y-intercept, -60, so that point is 0, -60. All right, let's start out with our equation. Y equals A times x plus 2, x minus 2, x plus 5. Let's substitute in our points. So we have x and y. So -60 equals A times 0 plus 2, 0 minus 2, 0 plus 5. -60 equals A times 2 times -2 times +5. So -60 equals A. This is -4 times 5 is -20. So we divide by -20. And A equals 3. Again, final answer has to be written as an equation, factored form. So we have y equals 3 times x plus 2, x minus 2, and x plus 5. And there's final answer for section 1, part C. So that was short and I think fairly painless. We've done a bunch of those already. So there's section 1, and if you need to, tune in for section 2, 3, or 4.